Welcome to Power Your Story Podcast, Open Mic Wednesday. I'm Maya. Today we are talking about your worst and weirdest fears. Who would like to start us off?
All right, so this is gonna be one right here. So when I was little, I used to love swimming. And then my little brother decided to come under me, swim under me, and grab my feet and scare me. So after that, I've been scared to swim in like water more than like a solid 6 or 7 feet. If I can't see the bottom, I'm not swimming in it. If it's murky, I'm not swimming in it. If I can't see the walls around me, I'm not getting in the water. I'll dip a toe in maybe, but I'm not submerging myself in that body of water. And I also can't go on like cruises or stuff like that. Even though I'm a really good swimmer, I just can't. And I think the name of it is like thalassophobia or something like that.
First, I want to agree with AJ because I have that fear, even though like I went to swimming class for a long time where I thought like doing the backstroke, I thought like a shark was in the water. Even though it was a pool, I always have a fear of a shark being in the water. But besides that, one of my fears is seeing somebody choke on something. Like it's my biggest fear because I wouldn't know like what to do. Like, I think I would, but I wouldn't. It's just, like, scary to me. So, yeah, that's my biggest fear.
All right. So, because this almost happened to me one time, I almost woke up really, really late for school and I almost didn't get there in time. So, I kind of have this weird fear where I'm going to have a really good sleep. It's going to be like a Thursday going into Friday. And I'm going to be like, oh, wow, I don't have to get up. And I'm going to look at my clock and I'll be late for school. So small, but it's a pretty big fear at the same time.
For me, which I still think is the weirdest, after seeing the dang new Pennywise, I am still very highly allergic. I keep saying allergic, scared of clowns. Very, very scared of clowns. I don't like them. They're creepy.
For me, I'm terribly afraid of scorpions and spiders. I'm not even scared of all spiders, but I'm scared of spiders that have deadly bites that can like paralyze your arm and stuff like that. I'm really scared of scorpion and spiders.
Same, buddy. Same. I'm scared of spiders too.
Just another thing, if it has more than 4 legs or arms, I'm not going nowhere near it.
Okay, first of all, AJ, however, I'm allergic to water too. That was by accident. Secondly, I'm with AJ because if it has more than 4 legs, I'm running. Because not only am I highly afraid of spiders, am I the only one that hates like the ones that come from the drain, like the millipedes or centipedes? They have too many legs. Creepy.
I'm going to add on to Alex's fear. I also hate centipedes, not only because they have so many legs, but first of all, because they move so fast, and also they're like an icky color. They look really gross on your wall. And another thing, one time I was taking a shower and a centipede was stuck between, you know how with your shower you have like a curtain and then you have like the plastic thing? Well, the centipede was stuck in between the plastic thing, and the plastic thing was see-through, so I could see it like crawling around. And I was freaking out. I was like, "Oh my god, Dad! You need to smash this. You need to kill this like right now." And my second fear is like actually Japanese manga, because one time I saw this really like weird TikTok called like creepiest manga panels ever, and I really wish I hadn't watched it because now I'm traumatized.
I'm on my with that, but I hate millipedes more since I think their legs are like a million. But I do that too, because my mom is weird and she's not scared of any of those bugs. So anytime I see a spider or millipede or centipede, I literally call for her to kill it, and she kills it like she's not scared of it. And I think she's still weird for that. Very weird.
I want to piggyback off what Alex and Maya said about the whole centipede thing. I've just come to the conclusion that trying to find a shoe to hit them with is too hard, and I have like probably like 17 Nerf guns, and I have really good aim. So I think we all know what I do with that.
She gonna shoot it like it's a zombie with a Nerf gun.
And it's less of a cleanup because with the shoe, it's like spreads and like its guts get everywhere. But if you just like shoot it with a little Nerf gun, then it's less of a mess.
How do you guys overcome your fears?
So the way I kind of conquer my fears is either sleeping it off, listening to music, or doing something that'll like take me away from that negative mind space, and then I come back to it like, oh yeah, this may not have been as big as I thought, or I can deal with this now.
I don't know my fear because I think that in order for you to actually like stay yourself, you got something that you're scared of. So I always just been scared of spiders and scorpions. Simple.
Like Donovan, I also don't. Literally, if there is a centipede in the house, my dad will be like, "Oh, it's not gonna harm you. Just leave it alone." I'm like, "No!" I jump on my bed and I tell him to kill it.
Mine was a question I had because this is also one of my fears, even though I know it would never actually happen. But I watched many of them. It's starting at like 6. I have a fear of a zombie apocalypse happening. But like one of the ones of World War Z where the zombies are like creepy and they run and climb. Oh God, that scared me.
I think how to conquer your fears is to literally just run. A bug, you run. Clowns, you run. The dark, you run. So I think you should just run.
The fact that she said that and I'm actually am scared of the dark. I sleep with LED lights on because I'm scared of what's in the dark. I do not like it. AJ just said we got a track star.
Did anyone talk about like the weirdest fear yet?
Oh, I've got one. Like Greece. And actually, the reason why I don't like Greece is actually due to the TikTok that I saw in Japanese manga. I don't really want to share because I don't think that image should be spread. But yeah, now I have a fear of Greece.
Me, spiders.
My weirdest fear, I'm scared of sandpaper. I cannot touch that.
Sandpaper? What?
I get goosebumps like all
That
over my
is
body if I
weird.
touch something
Okay.
weird.
To add on to the Grease fear now, another thing that I don't like about it is that it's like so like oily and like gross, like it gives you pimples.
Okay,
So like
Jaime.
that's a long story short. Also, I also read this like really like college story once where this person had to sleep on like a really greasy mattress because of that. They had like a really bad case of like acne, and that didn't settle with me well. So just a little more insight on my Grease fear.
Jaime says, for me, fireworms. I kind of have a PTSD of them. Don't know why. Wow. That's really interesting.
I have no I have no idea why I have a fear of them. It's just I don't know. Hope that doesn't render me less of a person. I just don't know why I'm scared. If they announce that they're gonna have a drill, or if I find out that they're gonna have a drill, I'm gonna get so paranoid to the point where I just want to get out early before they set off the alarms.
Okay, I think this is one of my weird fears because it honestly tells people do a lot of things. When I was very, very young, you know how like if you have like you can charge something and the sparks, not the sparks, but the wire show, but you can still like plug it up and all that. I did that one day and the sparks flew back onto me. It hit my arm and I got a burn on that side of my arm. So now, like even with cooking, I have a fear of fire. So I use like them self-heating skillets. I use those because I'm scared of fire, which I think is weird for most people to hear that.
It used to be when I was younger, it was like the dark. Like I just couldn't deal with the dark.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like being alone either. It's just like bad like that.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's more like I keep putting like it's a scenario in my head where like say if somebody accused you of something, and then it's like there's no way for you to prove yourself right. Like you're the only person that knows that you're right, and then it's like I just found out that's like a scary scenario. Like you're the only person that know you're right, and it's impossible for you to prove yourself right. So it's like I don't know. This is a scary situation.
Particularly, I don't fear it anymore. It's more like in the past, but I think dreams that can predict the future and it come true gives me chills every time. And not only it's unpredictable, but you know what's worse that it actually comes true. It could be a good future or a bad future. It's a 50% chance. Yes, and you get that sometimes, right?
Silver said like deja vu. Okay, I want to like piggyback off what Edgar said because I've only been in this new apartment for 2 months. 2 months only. And yesterday I was kind of like sitting on my bed, like kind of weird, and I all of a sudden got deja vu. Like I've been in that position before. But the thing is, I've just been in this house for 2 months. So it's like, how did that just happen? Like, I don't remember when I did that, but yet it felt like I'd done it before, and I did not like that.
Okay, so like I'm not really like scared of it, but I think a person before said it was like zombies. Like I'm just like I can't do that. Like I feel like that's the most realist, like natural or like apocalyptic thing that can actually happen. Like, So
Leo says, I think to conquer some of these fears is to know it.
What I'm saying is that is to acknowledge the fear, is to not like to get over it, but like if you try to talk about it with someone, then maybe the fear can like be less.
If I could piggyback off what he said, I feel like when you're trying to get over a fear, is to get I think it's called reasoning, like put reasoning behind it, because like what more people said, like clowns, like when it comes to my fear of scorpions and spiders and stuff, or centipedes or millipedes, if you just put like good reasoning behind it, like knowing that well this won't happen to me if I interact with it, like I'm gonna be honest, most clowns ain't finna drown you into a sewer line, and most scorpions not finna sting you if you get 2 feet in their distance. As long as you act passively towards them, they won't do anything to you.
This has been Power Your Story Podcast. Thank you for listening. We hope to see you next time for another episode.